You ever been asked advice and then you give it to them and they argue with you? These people don't actually want to change. They want validation. They want attention. They want drama. They're addicted to it. What we call a negative feedback loop. It's the opposite of what someone who's designing their reality is entertaining. Now, you could argue that they're in an emotional state and just looking for an ear to listen. And they're just looking for you to be in that emotional space with them. But that's not what we're discussing here. We're talking about people dumping their drama on you, expecting you to just absorb it, and then provoking or directly asking you for advice. And then as you're giving it to them, they're very resistant. They're still in a state of thinking about how they can argue with you or what their response is going to be to your advice. It's a very bad state to be in. It's a place where their ego is hungry and it's going to stop at nothing to be fed. How to tell what someone actually wants, how to decipher whether or not the person you're dealing with is genuinely asking for advice. You can't. What can you do about it? What are the tests that you can apply so that you're not expunging so much of your own energy on these succulent vampires, people who are obsessed with living inside a negative feedback loop? Offer one solution. You got to leak it in there. You got to get a little bit of buy-in from them. Don't just dump all the golden nuggets of truth on them at once, like a machine gun. It's like you almost got to be mysterious with the solution and help them figure it out themselves. People like to believe that they came up with the idea themselves. If you can trick positively someone into believing it was their idea to enter themselves into a positive feedback loop filled with positive action, positive reinforcement, and positive emotion. That's like teaching someone how to fish instead of just feeding them dinner. You actually want you want their ego to believe that they are the founders, the CEOs, the inventors of whatever this grandiose ideology was that led them into a better place. It's not your job be the CEO of everyone else's life. That could be fun, if you're a controlling person. You got to let them breathe. You got to let them flail and dissolve upwards themselves. Now, let's pretend that you gave them one golden nugget. You just kind of eked it in there as a question, sparked their curiosity. If they reject it, they're not keen to your question. They're not entertaining your advancements. Although subtle, it didn't work. Maybe your approach was wrong. Maybe they just suck. If they're resistant, just give them a hug. It's over. You tried. Maybe the next time they come to you, they'll be more welcoming to your questionnaire. Let's pretend they responded positively. This is when you can kind of start to dump some more shit on them. You broke through. Congratulations. You're like a CIA agent. This is when you can kind of start to fully penetrate your ideologies into this person's core belief system. It sounds really messed up, but they're asking you for help. This can be used in a maniacal way too. Always ask, never tell. You need to guide people to use their own resources, their own intellect, their own intuition. If you're trying to force feed people technical solutions to their life problems when they're in an emotional state looking for a hug or an ear, it's not going to work. But if they're inviting advice, do it gradually. Ask a question. If one question goes well, start siphoning some more and subtly, injecting your own feedback, wrapping your harsh, your brutal truth, which they might need to hear, is wrapped in positive reinforcement. It's like an Oreo. It's like you have the dark, and the light in between. Wait, it'd be like an inverted Oreo. You wrap the darkness with light.